Hello मेरे प्यारे बच्चों. A very warm welcome back to all of you. It's so good to see you. We're going to jump right into chemical coordination today and make sure you are 100% ready for your exams.
Look, I know the exams are really close, but what do I always tell you? Tension nahi lene ka. Absolutely not. We're going to do a super fast revision of this chapter, and I promise by the end of this, you'll feel so much more confident.
So, here's our game plan for today. It's simple, 4 quick parts. First, we'll get to know your body's chemical team. Then, we'll find out who the big boss is at the brain's control center. After that, a little tour of the most important glands. And we'll finish up with some exam hotshots so you can aim for those full marks. Ready? Let's begin.
All right, Section 1. Let's talk about the messengers. You see, your body is incredibly smart. It has not one, but 2 systems for coordinating everything. You've got the super fast neural system, and then you have the slow and steady endocrine system. Now, how do we understand the difference? Think of it like this. The nervous system, that's like sending a WhatsApp message. Ping! It's delivered. Instant, direct, point to point. But the endocrine system, well, that's more like a good old India post. It takes a little longer, the letter goes into the bloodstream, which is like the postal network, and it reaches almost every address in the body. So it's slower, but its effect lasts for a much longer time. Both are super important.
So what are these letters that the endocrine system posts? Well, they are special chemicals called hormones. Now, for your exams, remember this definition. Hormones are non-nutrient chemicals that act as intercellular messengers. They're produced by special ductless glands and port directly into your blood. It's like your body's very own secret courier service.
And here are the main post offices that send out these messages. Take a look. This diagram shows all the major endocrine glands you need to know. We've got the hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, and of course the gonads, testes in males and ovary in females. You know what? Let's think of the whole system as a big company. Each gland is like a different department, with a very specific job to do.
Which brings us to our next section. In any big company, there's always someone in charge, right? A boss? So who is running this whole show?
Well, it's a pretty clear chain of command. Right at the top, you have the hypothalamus. Think of it as the CEO of this entire company, the big boss. It makes the top-level decisions. And just below the CEO, you have the pituitary gland. This is the master manager. It gets its orders directly from the CEO, and then, well, it manages all the other departments, telling them what to produce and when.
And just look at this diagram. It's not just a concept. They are physically connected. You can see the hypothalamus right there, connected to the pituitary. The CEO sends its orders, these special releasing or inhibiting hormones, down to the manager through what's called a portal circulatory system. It's a dedicated blood vessel network to make sure the message gets there quickly and doesn't get diluted. Pretty cool, huh?
Fantastic. So we know who the CEO and the manager are. Now let's go on a quick tour and meet some of the most important departments, glands, that you absolutely have to know for your exam.
Our first stop is right here, in your neck. This butterfly-shaped gland is the thyroid, and in our company, this is the energy department. Its main job is to produce hormones like thyroxine, which controls your basal metabolic rate. In simple words, it decides how fast your body burns energy just to stay alive.
Now, for this department to run smoothly, it needs a critical supply, iodine. Which leads me to a very common exam question. So listen carefully. What happens if your diet is deficient in iodine?
You get Goiter. That's right, it's an enlargement of the thyroid gland. What happens is the gland starts working overtime, trying really hard to get whatever little iodine it can from the blood, and it just swells up. And that, my dear students, is exactly why the government is always telling us to use iodized salt. See? Your biology lessons are happening right at your dinner table.
Okay, next up on our tour, let's meet these little glands that sit like caps on top of your kidneys. These are the adrenal glands. And if the thyroid is the energy department, these guys are the emergency response team. Think about any stressful situation. Maybe you're about to go on stage, or you suddenly see a really tough question on your exam paper. That feeling you get, your heart beating faster, that's this team in action. They release emergency hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline, which get you ready for fight or flight. Your heart rate goes up, you become super alert, it prepares you to face the challenge head on. All right, now for a true multitasker, the pancreas. This gland is a master of balance, especially when it comes to your blood sugar. It's like a seesaw,
On one side, you have the alpha cells, which release glucagon. This hormone pushes your blood sugar up. On the other side, you have the beta cells, which release insulin, and this one brings your blood sugar down. Together, they perform this perfect balancing act.
So, what happens if this seesaw gets stuck? What if your body can't make enough insulin to bring the sugar level down? Well, your blood sugar stays high for a long time. And this condition, my children, is called diabetes mellitus. It is a very, very important topic, not just for your exams, but because it's a major health concern in our country. So please, make sure you understand this well.
You are all doing so wonderfully. We're on the home stretch now. So, let's lock in everything we've learned with our final section, the exam revision hotshots. This is where we make sure you're ready to score full marks.
Okay, get ready. Quickfire round, question 1. We literally just talked about this. Which hormone's deficiency causes diabetes mellitus? Come on, you know this one.
Yes, absolutely. The answer is insulin, the hormone from the beta cells of the pancreas that helps lower your blood sugar. See how easy that was?
Okay, next one. Let's go back to our company analogy. Which gland did we call the master gland because its job is to control all the other glands?
Perfect. The pituitary gland, our company's master manager. It gets orders from the CEO hypothalamus and manages everyone else. You are all remembering this so well. I'm so proud.
Okay, everyone. This next slide is your secret weapon for last-minute revision. I want you to pause right here and take a screenshot of this table. Seriously, do it now. It has the most important glands, their key hormones, and their main function all in one neat little place. It's pure gold.
And just like that, we're done. We've revised the whole chapter. You've been amazing. Just remember, you have put in the hard work, you understand these concepts, you've absolutely got this. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very, very best for your exams. Go in there and just rock it.